Carlos King has made a big decision that has completely changed things for Stormi Steele. In a final and unexpected move, it was announced that Stormi and her husband will not be returning as full-time cast members on the next season of Love and Marriage, Huntsville. This wasn't something fans saw coming, especially considering how much Stormi had invested in the show. She wasn't just another person added for drama. Stormi brought real business success, a solid family, and a story that many viewers could relate to. But now, after putting time, energy, and her image into the series, she's being bumped down to part-time. And what makes this even more surprising is that, according to Stormi, this wasn't her choice at all. Stormi has made it clear that this decision came directly from production. In fact, she says she found out about her status change at the same time as everyone else, when the promo trailer for the new season dropped and she was nowhere to be seen. For someone who has worked so hard, not just to build a business but also to bring a different type of energy to reality television, this was a huge blow. And it wasn't just about screen time. For Stormi, it felt like a loss of respect and recognition for everything she had done on and off the screen. Before all this drama, Stormi came into Love and Marriage, Huntsville as a woman with her own accomplishments. She had built her company, Canvas Beauty, from the ground up. Her story didn't start with reality TV. It started in her kitchen, where she created products by hand. Over time, she turned that small beginning into a multi-million-dollar business. Her journey inspired many women, especially Black women, who saw themselves in her ambition, her drive, and her ability to create something out of nothing. When she joined the show, people were excited to see that kind of representation. A real entrepreneur. A real wife. A real mother. Stormi was supposed to be a fresh new face on the show. She wasn't there to chase fame. She already had a platform and a following. She wanted to bring something new to the franchise, something more focused on business, family, and personal growth. But that's not the direction the show was going. As time passed, viewers began to notice that Stormi wasn't getting the focus she deserved. Her scenes were shorter, her conversations were often edited in confusing ways, and her business success barely got mentioned. While other cast members were shown arguing and getting into explosive moments, Stormi's more grounded and peaceful presence seemed to be pushed to the background. People started to wonder if Stormi just wasn't bringing enough heat to fit into the world of reality TV. The truth is, Stormi doesn't live for drama. She made that clear early on. She isn't the type to pick fights or fake conflict just to stay in the spotlight. She came to the show to be her authentic self, and unfortunately, that didn't always match what producers were looking for. Behind the scenes, it's been said that Carlos King wanted more emotional moments, more conflict, and more energy that would get people talking on social media. But Stormi wasn't willing to change who she is for the sake of TV ratings. As the season went on, rumors started to spread that Stormi was being pressured to play a certain role. Some said she was pushed into conflict with Melody. Others said she didn't like how her scenes were being cut and how certain moments were made to look different than they actually were. While she never went on a full rant, Stormi did speak out on social media. She shared messages about feeling boxed in, about not being shown as her full self, and about being used until she was no longer useful. These posts didn't name anyone directly, but it was obvious who and what she was talking about. It's also been said that Stormi unfollowed several cast members right after the announcement came out. People she once called friends. People she had supported and worked with on the show. That quiet move spoke volumes. And it all lined up with the idea that something deeper was happening behind the scenes, something more than just a decision about screen time. It seemed like Stormi was being pushed out of a space she helped grow. And even though she's not speaking publicly in full detail, she's been dropping enough hints for fans to understand that she's not happy with how things have been handled. Carlos King, meanwhile, explained the changes by saying the show needed a new direction. He said it was time to bring more heat to Love and Marriage, Huntsville. For long-time viewers, that's usually code for more chaos, more arguments, and less focus on peaceful or successful personal stories. In other words, the network is chasing ratings, and characters like Stormi, who focus on positivity and personal growth, are not the kind of content they believe will keep people watching. This shift in focus has created tension not just for Stormi, but for other cast members as well. Several people connected to the show have expressed concern about how their stories are being told. Some feel like they're being forced into situations that don't reflect their real lives. Others feel like the editing is twisting their words or actions to create drama that didn't actually exist. There's even talk that a few cast members have floated the idea of starting a new show, without Carlos King involved, if things don't change. And Stormi's name has come up in those talks. People close to the situation say she's being seen as someone who could lead a new project, one that's more positive, more real, and more respectful of the lives being shown. Stormi herself hasn't confirmed anything, but sources say she's already looking at other opportunities. One possibility is a digital series that focuses on her business, her family, and her lifestyle. Something that shows the side of her that Love and Marriage, Huntsville didn't fully capture. And the best part? She would have full creative control, no producers cutting scenes, no forced arguments, just her real life, the way she chooses to show it. There's even talk that a major streaming platform has reached out to her, offering her the chance to produce her own content. That's a big deal. It means she wouldn't just be a cast member, she'd be in charge. She'd choose the topics, the cast, the tone, and everything in between. That kind of opportunity is rare, especially in reality TV, where most people have to play by someone else's rules. But Stormi is different. She built her business on her own terms, and now it looks like she's ready to tell her story the same way. Even though she hasn't made a formal statement about the cast shakeup, Stormi's actions say a lot. Her Instagram has shifted back to business content and motivational messages. She's showing behind-the-scenes clips of her brand, sharing her thoughts on entrepreneurship, and reminding people that her life doesn't revolve around TV. She's not just moving on, she's leveling up. And even though this change might look like a setback, it could be the start of something even bigger for her. Some people might wonder why Stormi didn't fight harder to stay on the show. But the truth is, she probably didn't feel it was worth it. If staying meant pretending to be someone she's not, or getting into arguments that don't reflect who she is, then it makes sense that she chose to walk away with her dignity intact. She doesn't need drama to be interesting. Her real life is already powerful. Her journey from a struggling entrepreneur to the head of a successful company is the kind of story that deserves to be told in full, not just the parts that make good TV. Carlos King's decision has created a lot of conversation online. Some fans think he made a mistake. Others believe he's just doing what producers do, trying to keep the show exciting. But one thing is clear, this move has changed the future of Love and Marriage, Huntsville. If the show continues to push away people like Stormi, it could lose the balance that made it work in the first place. Viewers need more than just fights. They want to see growth, love, and success too. And right now, Stormi represented all of that. This situation also highlights a bigger problem in reality TV. Too often, the most peaceful, successful, and authentic cast members are the ones who get pushed out. Meanwhile, those who bring chaos get more camera time. That creates a cycle where the loudest voices take over, even if they don't have the most meaningful stories. It's a pattern that's repeated across many shows, and it's one reason why people like Stormi eventually decide to leave. Stormi Steele might be stepping back from Love and Marriage, Huntsville, but she's not stepping back from her purpose. She's already proven that she can thrive without the cameras. Her business is still growing. Her supporters are still showing up. And if she decides to tell her story on her own terms, there's no doubt people will be ready to watch. This moment isn't just an ending. It's a turning point. It's a reminder that being true to yourself matters more than fitting into someone else's script. And if Stormi has shown us anything, it's that she knows how to turn any situation, even this one, into an opportunity. So, what do you think? Was this a fair move by Carlos King? Did Stormi deserve more? Or is this just how reality TV works? Whatever your opinion, one thing is for sure, Stormi Steele's journey is far from over. And the next chapter might just be the best one yet.